2.
All right, so when you pull guard, don't be so stagnant. Make sure you off balance. Shake, right? Circle around. Act like you're gonna pull guard. When you're ready to go, foot on the hip, fall on your side. So watch, foot on the hip, I fall all the way to my side. Remember, hide this leg. Do not let him have access to this leg. If he grabs a hold and his elbow is super tight here, you're in a lot of trouble. So hide this leg. So what we can start doing from here is I can go pocket grip and reach for the seam. You see this little gap right here, or this grip right here? I'm gonna grab a hold of this while keeping my left foot on his hip, and I wanna pull him down. From here, we can start to square up. I like to keep the foot right on the pec. Some people will put the foot on the bend of the arm. I like to put it right on the pec so I can turn his body. You see how his body turns? This is what we want. How his chest is pointed out to the side. This is very important. So option number 1 is we can go for a triangle. We talked about this in the last video. We bridge as we pull the arm in, and it's very important to bring the hips to their face. Don't obsess with just trying to lock your legs. Think of it like you want to bring your hips to his chest. As you pull, I start to lock my triangle. This is option number 1. We went over this in the last video. Now let's just say we're gonna paint a scenario that his elbow is getting glued here, and we're kind of losing our position on the hip because he's tucking in that elbow. That's not a problem. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my foot that's on the pec and kick his leg and stretch him out. Ready? I kick, and then look what happens here. It opens up the gap between like his tricep and thigh. I can extend him, get on my side, and a lot of times he's gonna square back up with me, turn into me. I'll put the foot right back on the pec. So watch again. He hides, he's tucking this in, he doesn't like this. I put the foot right on that thigh and I kick, I stretch him out. That's gonna open up the gap. I get to the side, he's gonna square up with me, and we're back to square one. Now, let's say you maybe wanted to do that triangle, but he's posturing up really high. That's fine, not a problem. We're gonna fold his arm into our pocket and whip our legs around for that omoplata. Rock your legs to your chest, kick the ceiling. Once you're here, reach for the far lapel. I personally like to keep a hold with a pocket grip the entire time. You could also hold the tricep, but it's the far lapel that I wanna grab, and I want him flat. This is extremely important because when he's flat, his shoulder is gonna hit the ground, which is gonna make our submission a lot more effective. To flatten him out, you just gotta slide as many times as you can until he's flat. Fold your legs, and then we can gently, right? There's a lot of pressure. Careful when you're drilling. Raise your hips up to the ceiling. So let's look at that one more time. We can start on the feet. So 50-50. All right. Don't be stagnant. Shake, pull, off balance, fake your guard pull. As soon as my foot touches the hip, I'm falling on an angle, right? Here, hiding this leg. All right, so here I'm gonna grab pocket grip, grab the seam. From here, I square up with him. That foot is on the pec. A great time to go for your triangle is when that hand comes right here. You see his left hand? His goal is gonna be to clear this leg off of his hip. So the moment he reaches, go. That's when I bridge. Okay, we're playing 50-50D chess. Now let's say he's hiding that elbow, right? We're having problems. Not a problem. We're gonna kick, stretch him out. See how that gap opens up? Now I get on an angle. And now we reset. He'll turn into me. Always try to turn his body to the side a little bit. Now I'm gonna tap my triangle. Maybe he postures up really high. Fold, and then whip your body back. And sometimes if he tries to jump and roll over, that's okay. We'll grab the belt. Go ahead, Leo, jump over. Yeah, and we'll roll with him. Drop the people's elbow. All right? Nut shot, head kick, stomp. All right? That's what you want to do in the streets of Naperville, Illinois. All right? So I hope that works out for you guys. Just try to keep in mind when you're working open guard. I talked about this in the last video. We can use other guards as a disguise to get to another guard. And every guard has a weakness. Your goal should be to transition into new guards. Take something from each guard that you're good at, that you like, and just take that as an opportunity. Okay, you don't have to be a pure spider guard player. So what I mean by that is, let's say you pulled guard and you fall to the side. And let's say you're a collar sleeve fighter, right? You grab the collar, you square up, and you got triangles from here, you got arm bars, you have omoplata, you have your system, right? But sometimes, for whatever reason, his elbow is too tight, the off balancing didn't work, we go straight into De La Riva guard. And a lot of people will make hybrids out of their guards. It's not that complicated. I know it seems confusing. By hybrid, I mean they'll put a foot right on that pec here. See? And then from here, you go for an omoplata. Same thing, I'll play De La Riva, and then Leo goes for like a knee cut, right? This way. And then I go to reverse De La Riva. I'm always a step ahead. I can't always rely on one guard to work. I'll do my best. But if I get to reverse De La Riva, I can start to extend and try to wrestle up here. I have attacks from reverse De La Riva. And then same thing, if collar sleeve, we get a little stale here. Oh, well, we go to spider guard. You see? And then from spider guard, we can kick him in the face. All right? So that's how I like to look at it. And, we just demoted Leo to a white belt. He lost his tournament. He got submitted in 10 seconds. So he's no longer a blue belt or a purple belt. And he was a D2 wrestler, right? And now you're D0. But anyway, leave us, what is it, 20,000 likes. If we get 20,000 likes, he's gonna shave his head. I promise, we'll put it on video. And then lastly, special exciting announcement. Team Kuma is working with Combat Formula. Guys, I'm gonna put the link in the bio, check them out. I really like this brand and I like this company for one reason. One of the reasons is because the owners are Jiu-Jitsu practitioners. And their goal is to provide a special product, the special formula aimed to Jiu-Jitsu athletes and martial artists. Sometimes water isn't enough, right? So we need electrolytes, BCAAs to keep us recovered and hydrated. For more information, click on the link. All right. Anyway, Leo, you can come back in. So I put the link in the bio. You guys check it out and make us some money here. We're poor, man.
Poor.
So
a family to feed.
Yeah. You slept here last night, right?
I did.
All right, guys. Good night.